I am Lord Perenolde, King of Alterac, a kingdom next to the powerful Lordron, the mystical Dalaran, and the rowdy peaks of the dwarves. In my 32 years of life, I have seen a great many things. War and turmoil reign. Trolls, gnolls, and even other humans fight each other for supremacy over the land. Yet I have never seen my kingdom prosper. I have never seen it bloom to the potential that it has. I greatly desire to bring that prosperity to it. But if the time comes, I will be happy to see my son Aiden reach my goal. It is for that reason that he must be trained to become a commander of exception. That will be Thorin's job, the mayor of Alterac, to take care of this. Now, Thorin is a capable leader. I had the pleasure to see him in action myself. I trust that he will do a good job. Or else. To see my kingdom prosper, I have decided to betroth my only daughter to the Trollbanes. Galad Trollbane. While I know my daughter will hate me in the future for giving her up to marry those Trollbane brutes, sometimes you must sacrifice a pawn to ensure a better future. She will learn to accept it, in time. For now she knows not what this celebration means, but she is happy, and so is my son. I must find a suitable wife for him. Tyrannus thinks himself above me and considers that uniting our houses to not be a good proposition. For him, of course. Fine then, I will look elsewhere for support. High Admiral Dalen Proudmoore was keen to betroth his 2-year-old daughter Jaina to my Aiden. While the Admiral does not have the military strength of Lordron, his naval is the best in the world. And the little girl looks promising for Aiden. Lion knows I would never beg that dog Greyman for anything. I have received reports that in the Black Morass a gateway has opened, and outside of it came green creatures that resemble men, but taller, more brutish in appearance. I suspect a mage is involved in this. Only they have the knowledge to make such things happen. Yet the thought is concerning. The orcs will be a problem for the trolls in the south and Stormwind. But I fear what will happen if they decide to go north. Something must be done about this. Stormwind fell. The so-called orcs have conquered faster than most would have expected. News have also called that the Brotherhood of the Horse, led by Anduin Lothar, was disbanded. It seems that Lothar was the only surviving member left. While usually I would not care for this, their speed is impressive. They strike quick and true and leave nothing behind. I fear these greenskins will spell doom for us all. Unless, of course, a stronger force than Stormwind appears. Tyrannus has come forward with the proposition of creating an alliance, named the Alliance. Original. His idea is for us to help each other, to defend each other, and that all members to work together to stop the orc invasion. This fool might still have a point. The message of the Alliance seems to have not reached my vassals. They demand now that I increase the power of the council. If I accept, my own power will be limited, but if I refuse, my own realm will be torn apart. Trollbane and Proudmoore are not my allies yet, not until the children reach the proper age of marriage. Peace be damned. I will not let my council push me like a puppet. As expected, the bastards have declared war on me, so they can raise their own power. Unfortunately, my army is spread apart, and they cannot properly regroup. During an orc invasion, these people are madmen. They will pay for this. The 4,000 rebels are coming towards my 2,000 army, during a siege, no less. The bastards are moving fast. Despite my coffers, mercenaries are too expensive to buy. A defeat here will be disastrous for me and my men. The rebels attack us. The terrain will prove to be an advantage for us. Even our morale seems to be better than theirs. With luck, those will be enough to equalize the 2 to 1 disadvantage that we have. While the battle rages on, I see that our right flank has won its fight and is now in hot pursuit of proving themselves. We might still win this one. There might still be hope. Our center position has been defeated, yet our right flank is an invaluable help on the left. This battle is ours. We have defeated them. While now they number 3,000 and are on the run, they will come back to fight once more. If Light is willing, then they will suffer the same fate again. For now, we must continue sieging Strawbrad. While our siege of Strawbrad has been successful, the rebels are trying to siege Headland in an effort to make us change our position, to lure us to our defeat. We will not give in. All of Strawbrand will be sieged and looted. Teach them to respect the crown. It appears to not be all war. My wife has blessed me with a beautiful son named Aslam. It appears a whore has been reformed though. Black had died in an accident, and now his son Dalren rules it. With some luck, his brother will want to rule instead and split the horde apart. Then they'll become weak. Way too weak to be a threat to us in the north. In response to the horde, the Holy Order of the Silver Hand has been formed, led by Uther the Lightbringer. Stormwind would have needed them sooner, but another protection against the horde, and presumably the trolls here in the north, is never a bad idea. With all the news of the world, I have forgotten about my war at home. My armies are lower, by 500 troops this time, and the enemy has decided to attack over a river. Our lower numbers scare me, but I have faith in the light. We have won once more, but the more this war goes on, the more depleted my armies are. Yet the enemies are not ready to surrender. I have had enough of this war. During a discussion with the rebels, they have shown themselves willing to accept white peace. But the way this land was devastated, it will take years to recover. I hope my son will be able to see that dream come true, for I fear that I will not be able to see it, thanks to these vassals. That which is most sinful I desire, the wife of my nephew, the elf known as Asira. My wife in all her life has never been as beautiful. I will chase her, and I will have her as my own. Despite all my efforts, or lack thereof, my son has grown into a fine man. Yes, he might not be the strongest warrior, but he is as prepared as he could be. Now only 8 years remain until he can marry the daughter of Proudmoore. Light, forgive me, for I have committed the sin with the wife of my nephew, a woman so old she could have been my ancestor. Luckily, she isn't. The light seems to be unforgiving. During my sinful act with Asira, my daughter has seen us, and has decided to tell the court about that. I fear not the wrath of my nephew, or that of my wife's son or daughter, for I know I have sinned. But a sin of love is not a sin to me. Years later, my plans paid off. My daughter is now married to a trollbane. May fortune bless her and make her existence with those brutes as painless as possible. To spread some goodwill, I betrothed my youngest son to an elven princess of Quel'Thalas. It will mean nothing since both of them are 1 year old, but that will rid me of another pretender for the throne. And of course my son, my firstborn son. Now the time has come for my firstborn to marry the princess of Quel'Thalas. May light make this union strong, and Alterac even stronger. Through some contacts I have learned an organization named the Shadow Council, a secret society of Horde members that plan to bring the ruins of this world. I have also learned of the Twilight Cult that has the same plan, but with a different master. Destroying the world is not part of my plans. But if these demons they worship are as strong as my informants tell me, then maybe getting on their good side won't be such a bad thing. My nephew has been born, Hroth, named after my father, at my own request, of course. The line of Perenolde is secured, my part of the line. The most important one, at least. I have found myself discussing probably the most vile topics with a troll female. This discussion interests me, and to be honest, it has been a long time since I have met someone like her. I enjoy my conversation with this troll female, but I must make sure Trollbane doesn't find out. I have shown her interest into what she says, into her topics, and now the female troll offers me to join the Shadow Council. It is a very tempting offer that no matter how I try to rationalize it, it seems I can't refuse. King Tyrannus wants to form an alliance with me. Not the alliance, but an alliance between us. I have sent my emissaries to change his opinion about me, and it seems that in the end it worked out. He comes to me as an equal. I'll be a fool not to accept his offer. After years of peace, my steward Finch wants me to give up my throne in favor of my nephew. An interesting request since I am the most important in the line of succession, the first living. But I will not give in to their demands. Not now when I have an alliance with King Tyrannus. I might not be in the alliance, but his strength will be mine. Too bad I pressed the wrong button and had to restart the game. But this time I imprisoned one of the conspirators and thus their strength has been declined. Their proposition as well. Their strength has, went down and their proposition has been declined. Maybe I should be more careful. Bigger writing, I guess. But as luck would have it, another vassal raises a revolt. Time has come for him to learn his place. The war isn't going in his favor. I wonder what did he expect? Their last revolt should have taught them that fighting against me isn't a good idea. During this revolt, Master Gul'dan wants me to capture Sol and absorb it. It sounds foul, yet I can't help but be enticed by that possibility. The possibility of what could that do? What could that hold? Luckily, I am in the middle of a revolt. Who would have thought? The soul of a rebel, impure and traitorous, turned to stone Yet strangely I do not feel all that different than before. Maybe I just need more souls from my own furnace to start. Another good thing has happened. I have joined the Alliance. The real Alliance. The Alliance of Lordaeron. Now King Tyrannus will act as my sovereign ruler. Which indeed might sound frightening and giving up my strength. But now I am not frightful. I must not fright. I must not endure any attack that might come. For now I am protected by allies to the north and the south. The might of the Alliance. The might of the Alliance is mine. Another fool desires to increase the power of the Council. But now that the House of Menethil and Trollbane are with me, they will fight as well. No more rebel shall pose a threat to me. Ever again. The time for traitors to pay has come. No more white pieces. Now I will enforce my demands. I have done many things in my life, both good and bad, but I have kept my realm at peace as long as I could, until a band of rebels decided to attack, and I decided to foolishly challenge their leader to a duel, at my old age. Why have I accepted the duel? Maybe I thought the might of the Alliance can also shield me from people that want to kill me and have a direct line of sight through my throat. I fear for my son Aiden. He might not be able to do much either. In the end, he will suffer the same fate I did, ruling a small kingdom in the mountains of Alterac. And that's it. But maybe he can find help. Help in the Shadow Council. Help in the Twilight Cult. Help in the Cult of the Damned. Or maybe, yes maybe, he will find his own way.